Have you ever sat across from someone you love, maybe your partner, a close friend, or even a family member, and felt like something was just off? Like the warmth that used to be there has faded, and you're left wondering if you're imagining things? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Love changes over time, and sometimes people drift apart without saying a word. But here's the thing. When someone starts pulling away emotionally, they usually show signs. Small, subtle ones at first, but if you know what to look for, you won't be left guessing. Today, we're going to talk about those early signals, the quiet ways people show they're stepping back from a relationship. These aren't always dramatic or obvious, especially when you've shared years, maybe even decades, with someone. But recognizing them can help you understand what's happening and decide how you want to move forward. Because you deserve love that's present, warm, and sure, not something that leaves you questioning where you stand. So let's start with one of the most telling signs. Conversations begin to feel different. You might notice they're not as eager to share their day with you anymore. Where they once leaned in, asking about your thoughts or telling you little stories, now there's a distance. Their responses are shorter, more polite, like they're talking to an acquaintance instead of someone they love. It's not about a single quiet day. We all have those, but a pattern that leaves you feeling like you're carrying the conversation alone. Another sign? They stop making plans with you. Think about the things you used to do together. Sunday breakfasts, evening walks, even just watching a favorite show side by side. When someone's emotionally pulling away, those shared moments start disappearing. They might say they're tired, busy, or just not in the mood, but the real message is that they'd rather be somewhere else. And when you do spend time together, it might feel like they're just going through the motions, not truly present. Now, I know this isn't easy to hear. Love isn't just about the big gestures. It's in the small, everyday choices to show up for each other. So when those choices change, it hurts. But here's what's important. Recognizing these signs isn't about blaming yourself or assuming the worst. It's about giving yourself the clarity to decide what you need moving forward. We'll talk more about the other signs in just a bit. But before we do, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever noticed these small shifts in a relationship? How did you handle it? Let's start a conversation in the comments. Your experiences might help someone else who's feeling the same way. And if you're finding this helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Your support means the world, and it helps me keep creating videos that matter to you. Now, let's talk about another sign. One that's easy to miss but speaks volumes when you see it. There's another sign that someone is pulling away emotionally, and it's one that can leave you feeling especially lonely. They stop seeking your comfort. Think about the times they used to come to you when they were upset, stressed, or just needed to talk. Maybe they'd share their worries over a cup of tea or reach for your hand when something was bothering them. But now, they keep their struggles to themselves. Or worse, they turn to someone else entirely. It's not that people can't have other confidants, of course, but when you notice you're no longer their safe place, that shift speaks volumes. And here's something else to watch for. Their body language changes. You know how, when someone truly loves you, they lean in when you speak, their eyes light up when you walk into the room. Those little gestures fade when their heart isn't in it anymore. They might cross their arms when you talk, avoid holding your hand, or stop making eye contact like they used to. It's subtle, but our bodies often say what our words won't. You might find yourself searching for that warmth in their smile, or the way they used to reach for you without thinking, only to realize it's not there anymore. Now, I don't want you to start analyzing every little gesture or word. Love isn't about keeping score. But when these things add up, when the closeness you once had starts feeling like a memory, it's worth paying attention. Because here's the truth. Love should feel like shelter, not a storm. You deserve someone who chooses you, not just out of habit, but because their heart is still in it. And if you're noticing these signs, I want you to know, it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling. Confused, hurt, even angry. These are natural reactions when someone you love starts drifting away. But you don't have to face it alone. Share what's on your mind in the comments. Have you ever experienced this kind of quiet distance? How did you cope? Your story could be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Before we go on, if this is resonating with you, make sure to subscribe. It's the best way to stay connected, and it lets me know you'd like more conversations like this one. Now, let's talk about one of the most telling signs of all, when the future starts to disappear from your conversations. One of the clearest signs that someone is emotionally pulling away? They stop talking about the future with you. Think about the plans you used to make together. Next summer's vacation, holidays with the grandkids, even simple things like trying a new restaurant next week. When love is alive, the future feels like something you're building together. But when someone starts disconnecting, those conversations dry up. If you bring up something down the road, and they respond with vague answers like, "We'll see," or change the subject entirely, it's often because they've stopped seeing you as part of their long-term picture. And finally, you just feel it in your gut. You might not be able to pinpoint one big thing they've done wrong, but something feels different. Maybe there's less laughter between you, or quiet moments that used to feel comfortable now feel heavy. You might even find yourself making excuses for them, telling yourself you're just overthinking. But deep down, our hearts recognize absence long before our minds catch up. Now, if you're seeing these signs, what do you do next? First, trust yourself. You're not imagining things. Second, consider having an honest conversation, not to accuse, but to understand. You might say something like, "I've noticed we haven't been as close lately, and I miss that. Is there something we should talk about?" Their response, or lack of one, will tell you a lot. But here's what matters most. Their emotional distance isn't about your worth. Love changes, people change, and sometimes connections fade. But that doesn't mean you're less deserving of love. In fact, recognizing when someone is pulling away can be the first step toward healing, whether that means rebuilding the relationship or making space for new beginnings. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you experienced this? What helped you through it? Your wisdom could be exactly what another viewer needs today. And if this video spoke to you, please hit that like button and subscribe. It helps more people find these conversations, and it lets me know you'd like more content like this. Remember, no matter where love stands today, your capacity to give and receive it remains. Here's to honoring your heart, and to the beautiful connections still ahead. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.